Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Shalom, Israel, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We've been on these streets since 1969 trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true nationality and who they are, and also their true culture. Okay, today we're going to go over something that brothers have to deal with. Let me get the exact date for y'all. We've been dealing with it for the past few days, past week, I would say. Yes, Monday and this Monday and this following Tuesday. This Monday and the following Tuesday will be the day of what's called the Feast of Tabernacles. Okay, so what we're going to go through the day is we're going to go through a bit of the Torah and getting you ready for those young men who have to get up and read. Okay, so bear with me one sec. I just have to download all the app and all that. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, right? And we're going to get a few of the basic words. We're going to get a few of the harder words, right? Leviticus 23:1. What I'm using now is an app called Hebrew Interlinear. If you have me on Facebook personally, Shalom, everybody. Who is that? Shalom, this I.S.U.P.K. Shalom, sis. If you have any questions, sis, let me know. Okay. What we're going over today is Leviticus 23. We're going to go over a bit of Leviticus 23. Just so y'all know, Officer Hazahab will be in shortly. I'm just holding it down for him until he arrives. So we're going to go over a bit of this vocabulary. Now, the first phrase in the I'll use this one. Close to me. First phrase is Wa Ya the bar. Now, one thing you want to do, and this helps you in dealing with Hebrew. Okay, well, technically, let me write this out in English. This is Wa Ya the bar. Slakia. Basically made two D's. Slakia, bear with me one sec. If y'all having trouble seeing this black, let me know and I'll switch colors for y'all. I probably will because this ain't going to. Right? Why ya the bar? Why ya the bar? Right? Why ya the bar? Now, let me see. Can anyone guess what why ya the bar is? I'll give you about 2 seconds. Try to see. Why ya the bar? If y'all can see that or having trouble with it, let me know. I'll make that why a little darker. Slakia. Kind. All right. Hold on one second. Bear with me. If y'all can, try to put in the chat what y'all think it'll mean or think it means. All right, yeah, that's better. Where did I put the? Oh, God. All right, give me 2 seconds. Bear with me. I'm gonna rewrite this in a better, so y'all can see it better. And I'll write a little lower. I don't gotta reach. Probably should have lowered this a little bit. Wa ya da bar. Wa ya the bar. Why ya the bar? Okay, that's the first word. Why ya the bar? That was the first word. Now we're going to translate it. First thing is why. What does why mean? Now you got to understand these are prepositions. These are in the front. These are all actually 3 words. Okay, this is a word, the letter wa, as well as this. This ya is a word, right? Okay, so the first one is why. what is Y or Y, right? Y is and, right? When you see Y at the beginning of the word, it means and or to combine, right? The second one is Yah. Now, what does Yah mean? Yah means, in this instance, he, right? Right? So first we have and he. Why Yah? Okay, meaning what? Understand this. In Hebrew, our verbs have descriptives inside of it. So not only this, it'll tell you the sex, and it'll also often tell you the amount of people, like it would kind. So now next we have the bar, right? Wait, Salakia. I wrote it like it was English, Salakia. We have the bar. Okay. Okay. Right? The bar. The bar. The bar means is a verb, which means to speak. Right? So let me fix this real quick. So I'll give you with me. Why? So now the first word is and he speak, but obviously we know what's it called? This is in past tense, so technically it would be spoke. Right? That's the first thing you get. But the thing is, in the Hebrew, what you have to understand is verb comes before noun, whereas in English, it's usually noun before verb, right? So now, the next one is Yahweh, right? Yahweh. I'm gonna just go through and basically just break this down. Yahweh. Right? We have Yahweh. You should know exactly what Yahweh is, Lord willing. It's the Most High's name in the Hebrew. Okay, so technically the first two words, so to speak, in the Hebrew in 23 and 1 are Wayadabar Yahweh. Wayadabar Yahweh in English will technically translate to, technically what you'll see is, and and the Most High spoke. Right? But understanding what we now know about sentence structure in Hebrew, the exact translation would be something along the lines of, and he spoke the Most High. Right? This is important not only for the service and better you understand, it helps you better understand what you're reading and how to better read it. Okay? So you know that ahead of time. Now, the next one, the next set, al-mashal amar. Okay? So we're gonna translate this. One thing you'll understand and start to see. Okay? Salakia, I deleted that, but I'll give you 2 seconds. I'm going to erase everything, so try to just pause it and get it. All right, so on to the next one. Our next our next one will be what we just read. Al-Mashab La'amar. Okay? Al would be Al. Al would be pronounced Al. Al. Okay, Al basically means unto. Right? Unto. Right? Masha. And there's a name you should know. Right? This is a famous name. A lot of brothers in the school actually have this name. Masha. Masha. Right? Masha is Hebrew for what we know. Oh, wait, some of y'all probably guessed it already by that mess up I just did. Masha is the Hebrew word, a way to say Moses. Right? Masha. Mashaha. Right? Turn on this, see you later. Okay. Moses. Okay. Al-Masha. And lastly, La Mar. La Amar, right? La Amar. La Mar. Right? Okay, 1 second. La Mar.
Masha.
Count, we just, yeah, count. I am the
You choose the word native off the board, right?
Salakia?
Native.
Oh, yeah, count Salakia.
Okay.
Salakia, I've read everything.
Okay. Right. As a rock is native, big up to our body, man, holding it down, you know what I mean?
God.
You know what I mean? Native. As a rock is the word pertaining to our nativity, right? As we know that all Hebrew words are based off of. So let's talk about it. Is there anything else you wanted to go over before I come in?
Huh?
Was there anything else you wanted to go over before you come in?
No.
Okay, all right.
But I was just gonna finish up with La Mar. That was it.
Get down.
No, okay. Just real quick. This is the last one, La Mar. I was breaking down really Genesis, Leviticus 23:1. This is the last one, and this one, interestingly enough, like we did with Y.A.H.N.N.A, how it is translated into the English is not exactly how it. That is it. Okay, what you'll get for La Mar is technically saying. However, the La here is also a preposition. So there's La, which then that's the letter for La for those who aren't aware, means to, right?
You would put a dash between the La and the Amar because they're not gonna pick it up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, if you write it together like that, they're gonna think it's one word.
Sir. La, right? So that means to. So technically what you're saying here is when you say La Amar, you're technically saying to say. Right. So when you go back and you were to retranslate Leviticus 23, what you technically be saying is, and he spoke the Most High unto Moses to say. And that's the technical translation. But however, the way the KJV was authorized by those of our people. So that's the reason we go by that standard. And it's the most accurate of all the standards that we have today. Okay. You need a few minutes? Yeah, Con. Okay, that's the most accurate that we have today. Okay. We're gonna get a few more of these. Okay. I'm gonna get a few of these. Now here's another thing that brothers and sisters, I'm not gonna raise with what I put.
Yeah, you can raise it.
Okay, sir. Now another thing is that I noticed is that brothers do not pay attention to what's called numbers so much, or rather what they're reading. They're just trying to sound it out, which is good. If you're starting your beginning, that's good. Just sound it out and do your thing. However, you should be mindful of numbers. You should be mindful of the numbers. That's why a lot of times when I personally just teach the class, actually, I like to go over the numbers so brothers and sisters know how to count. Why is it important to do this? Let me see. It's locking. Ba. Now, I purposely did not put connectors on this. I want to see if anyone online can try to see if they can understand what that means. And this is why it's important to try to remember numbers, right? Why? Because it'll help you when you're spelling or trying to sound out Hebrew words so you don't make mistakes. Let me give y'all about 5 seconds to see if y'all can get it. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom. Those chairs. John. Okay. Nobody? Anybody want to go to the shop? We got about 2 more seconds.
They're not gonna get that, buddy.
John. Okay.
So you wrote it without the consent. So they already got no people weeks off. All right, I sure.
John.
You can't put challenging things in the Hebrew unless it's just taught it.
John.
You have to go over something like that.
John. Because a lot of times what y'all see brothers do is they might do this correctly, but this is I.S.U.P.K. Right? And the thing about it is, like now, like I said, brothers and sisters, brothers mainly, y'all coming in, y'all learning. This is okay for y'all. But as you get older and you become more advanced, you should be able to start to see and notice, wait, in the middle of this is a 4. And I know, like the verse I'm using now, Salakia, is Leviticus 23:5. That's the verse for Pesach. When is Pesach? The 14th day. How do you say 14? Arabai Aisha. That's what this technically means. 14th day. Right? And you want to be mindful of this because you'll see this all throughout. Because what are we going over? We're going over holy days. When do those take place? At times in the calendar. All throughout Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, you'll see nothing but numbers. Oh, God. You'll see nothing but numbers, right? I.S.U.P.K. Now, another one you'll see, brothers don't necessarily get this one mixed up, but you'll see this often. Ma, la, a, ka. Ma, la, a, ka. Ma, la, ka. Ma, la, ka. Ka means basically we're going to put career, right? Okay, because people think, because this is the word that's used for servile work. Salaka, let me make sure I get Salaka. Give me 1 sec. Come on. Come. Okay? This is the word that's used for technically work. But this is not work in general. This is work or servitude. Salam. Right? This is work in general or servitude. Work / servitude. This word, hold on, let me get the exact what's called of it. Malakas, 4399 is the Strong's when you look it up. Right? So now bear with me one sec. 399. Malakah, which comes from Malakah, from the same as 4397, probably dutyship. That is ministry. For those who don't know, ministry, like people always want to be like, I'm a minister, I'm this and I'm that, and they'll see things like, oh, women minister to Jesus. Minister means to serve. Like literally, when you look up the word minister, it means to serve. Like a minister is a servant. Like the Prime Minister of England is the head servant or the prime servant of England. What's it called? That's why they're called civil servants, your politicians. Khan, you're going to say something, sir? Yeah, Khan. Malakah, right? So now we understand there's two different types of servitude, right? There's two different types of work in the English, but in the Hebrew, Khan. Malakah technically means career, right?
Right, so you have to break down this subdivision.
Khan.
The word, so they can know what you're talking about.
Okay, right, Khan on concept. 4397, right?
You have to build the thought in that mind right underneath it. Don't go too far.
Right, Khan. So this is the exact word it comes from. Salakia. Mala'ak. Right? Right. Mala'ak technically just means a messenger or technically angel. Now, what do we know about both of these things? Mainly the messenger. Am I a messenger of myself? No. I'm a messenger doing someone else's work, which is what malakah means. Work or servitude or ibadah is work in general. Whether I'm doing my own work or the next man's work, it's still just work. Okay? Malakah is specifically talking about you doing work for another person in the attempts of getting paid.
Change servitude
to serve, come. Okay?
Try to remain within the scriptures.
Come, sir. I understand. Okay, to serve, right? Malak, or a messenger or angel, basically is where you get malakah, which means basically like a career. Basically, work that you do to feed yourself and your family. You are not allowed to do that on these holy days. On these holy days, you must not. You must not work. You must not do your career. Okay, that does not mean you cannot do any work whatsoever. Okay, picking corn is work, right? What did Christ and his disciples do on the Sabbath day? Picked corn, right? Okay, so that's that one. We got malakah. You want to take it from here? Yeah, come. So we got malakah, right? Career, which comes from mala'at, which means messenger or angel. Okay, we got 14th day, and this is what you need to be mindful of. Be looking, try to see if you can't find and see if what you're reading is a number that might be followed by a number. And don't even just look for Ashura. Look for Ashura Yom. Look for Shanyam. Look for Shalashim. Well, actually, you won't find Shalashim. But yeah, look for Shanyam, if I'm not mistaken. Come. Okay? Come. So now, I'm going to go back into this. Come. Malakah. Okay. And the last one, this is very important. what's called. Brothers should definitely know what this one is. Ma, Quara. Ma, Quara. Qadash. Right? Right? I wrote that a little big, so come. Technically, it's holy assembly.
You're right, too small.
Concept.
Right. Too big on one end, too small on one end.
Concept.
You get size, you get the meat. You're doing this for people, right?
Counter concept. Slide me 1 sec. Holy assembly. Okay? And that's what we need. Okay? That's what we have. This means a holy assembly.
Fix the O and the L.
Huh?
Fix the O and the L.
Counter concept. God. Holy assembly. Okay? Now, first word we all should know from Lashawan Qadash. Qadash,
Just point to it.
right, Qadash means holy.
Right. So point to the point. Use the arrow.
God.
There we go.
Qadash means holy.
Right.
Makwara is the interesting one. Makwara, right, has a preposition. The preposition M means of.
Underneath.
Yakam. Of. Right? Quara is a verb meaning to call.
There we go.
Right? To call. Of to call. Right? Or from to call. Or pertaining to call. So like
Of a call.
of a call. Yakam. Of a call. Right? What is of a call? An assembly. A holy assembly. A holy call. Right? Sly, you got something you wanted to say?
Oh, break it down some more. Break it down of a call. Okay, think of, right?
Right?
We're not in America anymore, right?
Come.
We got no cell phones,
Right?
right? All we have is, okay, I'm gonna come in, right?
Yeah, come.
All we have is how the convocation that we had the last time.
Right?
We all attend, and we say we're gonna meet again on this date, right?
Right?
Which will be
The 20th, Monday.
okay, Monday coming up.
Right.
All right. So we had the Day of Atonement, right? Wednesday, right?
Right?
And on Wednesday we're gonna say, yo, we gotta meet back here Monday, September 20th.
Right.
You're all called on that day to come here on Monday
Right.
for a high holy day. We're gonna do the high holy day of the Feast of Booths.
But yes, come. Feast of Booths, Feast of Tabernacles.
Feast of Booths, Feast of Tabernacles on Monday, right? That is the call. So everyone goes home.
Right.
Thursday, today's Friday,
right.
Tomorrow Saturday. Everybody got in mind. We were called to go on Monday.
Right.
To the Feast of Booths on Monday.
Right.
And then we acted out on Monday. We all come. Why? Because we were called to come here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so Monday we all show up.
Right.
If he didn't say Monday, if he said Tuesday, then we will all show up on the Tuesday based on the calling of the date. All right? All right?
John.
You bring down anything else?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, John.
Right.
So I kind of.
So, you good.
Right. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Right. So while they was breaking down right there was heavy. I mean, this is stuff that you need. Also, we need the prayer words, right? Because now, as you see here, we've been going through high holidays back to back because we're in that season where all of the holy days are together. All right. Let me get the prayers over here. Right. So we want to go over a few more words in Leviticus 23. And then we want to go over we're going to go over some of the words in Psalms 83. The thorough Dhatma and all that, you know what I mean? Should we do the Psalms 121? We go over 121 all the time. Yeah, we go over 121 all the time. We're gonna focus on the Psalms 83. A lot of us going to be at the Sabbath service tomorrow. Right. Wednesday we was breaking down. Well, I was breaking it down. The feed was from Philly, right? But I put some words on the board up here, right? One of the words was to say part, right? Part in the Hebrew was bad, right? Bad, right? Written like so in the Hebrew, right? Bad, right? And this came up from everyone's concern of when the brother who was reading the Hebrew in the Sabbath service, he said malabad, right? So he said la, bad, right? And in the English, I should have put it together over here, right? Let me put it together over here. Go to Hebrew one side, right? The same column, right? Malabad, right? And this is coming from Psalms. No, not Psalms. This is coming from Leviticus 23, right? Malabad, right? So bad is part. That's how we got this bad right here, right? A bad was breaking down the ma right here. This ma right here, the same ma. Next time, write the ma in English. Brothers online, Angela Whispers and you know what I mean, Dabala and Miss Art and Paint. You know what I mean? They might not be too privy to, well, some of that's even in the class a lot. By now they should be privy to this, but some people are not going to be privy to the ancient, right? So you have to spell it out. You have to have the officer sheet and show them. All right, let's get off the sheet in the back if I put up about it, right? Right, just so everyone can see what we're talking about, right? Remember that body, right? You was looking at this up here, right? Right? You was doing the Bar Arabai Aishara, right? But remember now, a lot of young people come to this page here, and you saying, "What is this?" And they don't really know what that is, all right? They have to break it down for them, right? So this is why I brought it out on the board, right? R, right? That R right here, this R right here in the middle is the first letter of the alphabet, right? R, right? Now, this is the formation of a word. This is not the alphabet, right? So the first letter is ba, right? And this ba is a preposition, right? That's a preposition. Preposition means pre-position, meaning pre means before, and position will be the word, all right? So the word is in this position, all right? So the second letter is a ba, all right? You put this pen away, so you don't get confused, right? Second letter is the ba, all right? So the word he had here, I know, right? So this word is supposed to be one word, right? Arabai is how we usually say 4, the number 4, all right? The heart is here based on the context of it being the 14th day, right? As in the scriptures. Usually you wouldn't put the H, the ha there. I don't think so, right? Right? And then the Aishara, right? To say these going on in the tens, meaning what you see here is 1, 4, right? Because really English is backwards. Hebrew is the right way, right? So it will go on. The Aishara is over here because in the English, or not English, Arabic numeral. This is Arabic numbers. When you write them 1, 2, 3, it's Arabic numerals, right? These numbers are not created by Englishmen, right? These numbers are created by people in the Middle East. People say today it's Arabs. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if Israelites made it for the Arabs. I don't know if they got it from Abraham. There's no real way of telling right now at this time and moment until we do research into the origin of the Arabic numbers, which would be a good thing to look into. We might look into that, right? The origin of the Arabic numerals, right? As you know, there were also Roman numerals, right? Roman numerals is a little different. Roman numerals is like this: 1, 2, right? 3. We can go over that too if anybody wants to, right? 4 is they put 1 before the 5 to get 4, right? 5 is just a V, right? 6 is 5 plus 1, right? And then plus 2, and then plus 3, and then it's X for the 10. Put the 1 before the X is cause it's like saying X minus 1 to say 9, right? Then you have the X is 10, and then it's X plus 1 to say 11, X plus 2 to say 12, because X is the 10. 10 plus 2, 12. All right, stuff like that, all right? All right, you put the X, 1V to say, because the 1V, like this, 1V, right, is 1V to say 4, right? You put X and then 4 to say 14, and so forth, all right? All right, I believe L is 100, M is 1,000, right? That's Roman numerals, all right? All right. I believe X is 20, right? L is
no, X is 10.
XX.
X is 20.
It's 20. LL is 200. MM is 2,000. Right? Stuff like that is going on in there, right? But that's Roman numerals. If you want me to go into that, I'll go into that another time. I can go into that too. Because I know we have the Roman numerals in the 1611 King James version of the Bible, right? I know you got a 1611 King James version of the Bible, and let's go over it, right? Look at 1611 in your Bible.
1611, yeah, we should have one.
Yeah, where is that?
Should be there.
Oh, I see it right.
Yeah, sir.
Right. I didn't put the car on top of the books. Put it back on the podium, brother.
Okay.
All right. So let's get an example of what we're talking about here. Okay, the most sophisticated one would be Psalms, because Psalms goes up all into the hundreds. All right, we got a book of Isaiah here, Samuel, Kings, Chronicles, Job. There we go, Psalms. Oops, past it. Okay, here we go, right?
Okay.
So what do we have here, right? We have Psalms. Can you see this?
Yeah, they got it good now.
They can read it?
Yeah, they can read it.
Where am I at?
Psalms 14.
Okay, come. All right. So here we go.
Don't move it too much because the image goes in and out.
Come. Right. So it's Psalms. It says X 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Right. And then we have Psalms X5. And then we have Psalms X6. Right. And the XV1 is to say 16. Right. Usually they would have read like this. But I mean, we can see that there's 4 1s here, so we know what that means. Right. But that's not what I was taught in school. But that's fine as long as you can interpret what it's saying. Right. All right. Okay. Then we got 13. We got 12. Right. That's our XII. That's not an L. That's a little dot after the I. Right. X11. All right. Then we got this X to say 10. Psalms 10. Chapter 10. All right. And then we have the 1 before the X to say 9. All right. Going back. All right. Let's start at 1. All right. Psalms 1. All right. Psalms 1. Right. We're in like an I. Where's 2 at? Psalms 2. All right. Psalms 3. Right. Psalms 4. They wrote 4 here. You see their flow of how they write the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Usually they don't write four eyes like this together.
Right.
They put the V here. That's like how they got the one after the V. They usually put the V, right? They put the one before the V to say 4, instead of them writing them all out like this. Example, right? You go to 9, right? They have the one before the X, right? That X means 10. They have the one before the X to say 9, right? They're supposed to have the one before the V to say 4. Right, this is common Roman numeral stuff. Let me see if I can pull up on my phone. Where my tablet's over here, right?
Huh?
My tablet's here, right?
Tablet.
Yeah.
Brother, Shamal had a question.
God. Also, and the risk was asked, how do Israelite women dress in public? Right? You don't be trying to expose your skin, all right? Right? You don't have to wear a head covering in public, right? Head covering is for when you're praying or reading the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Or stuff that's dealing with the Bible, or you're praying. All right, you cover your head, right? You can wear your hair in any style you want in public, right? Hair is glory unto a woman. It's the covering of your head. It doesn't mean your hair is the cover of your head when you're praying. It's not the cover of your head when you're praying, right? It's to cover your bald head. Just like clothes is to cover our bald body, right? Our clothes is for a covering. It's to dress our body. Right. Your hair is to dress your head, all right? Hair is never a covering. Jeremiah broke it down. He said it's so beautiful too. Piling your hair into a pyramid on the top of your head is not covering your head, right? Covering your head when you pray means to put a cover over that pyramid hair you got on your head. All right?
Salafi asked, I saw a brother spell Salafi, he said, Salafi said, is it mandatory to use the entire Ka spelling in the
According to Wikipedia, Roman numerals are a numeral system that originated in ancient Rome and remained.
Separate the pronunciation from the Ka sound. He said, I saw a brother spell his name using Ka, meaning with one A instead of 2 A's, and I thought it wasn't proper because I never saw it being used like that before.
Okay, that's not improper. Remember now, there's no official. Remember now. Okay, right. The way how we say the Ka, right, is really just this, right? That's how we say the Ka, right? Now in books, right, scholars would put CHAA, right? That's what white people put in books, all right? CHA to say the pronunciation of Ka, right? That's what they do, right? But this is not an official spelling, like there's no official way to say, because we're English speakers, we've resorted to try to think of this as an official language or an official way of writing the Hebrew in English letters, when Hebrew is not English, right? So there's no real way to write, Hebrew in English, right? So in English, right, what is the difference between C and K, right? Because I always, I've been going, but I went to school when I was, what grade was I in? In England, this was in England at the time too, right? Where they have a grade which would be like kindergarten. They call it nursery. They have nursery, and then you have, I can't remember what I have over there. You have nursery, and then you have reception, and then you have year 1. So nursery would be like pre-kindergarten, right? Yeah, a reception would be like kindergarten.
Right.
And then year 1 would be like grade 1.
Right.
Or the first grade.
Like 6.
Huh?
Not 6. First grade.
First grade.
So you're like 6 years old.
Yeah, I mean. So, and then when these teachers was teaching us how to sound the ABCs out, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, right? They will pronounce the C and they say Ka. And then they'll say GHI, and how do you say the K? JKL, J, K, right? Say the K. And they be like, cup. But they said, no, it's not cup, it's not cup. One is, there's two different sounds to the damn letters, even though it's the same goddamn thing. It's the same damn pronunciation, right? But even those English teachers in your elementary schools, right? None of them are aware that the culture that the white man has today doesn't stem from him, right? Because of their pride, they think that this is just the way it is, and there's no need to look for the before. They just go to what they have and they teach what they have, right? But English letters come from the Hebrew, right? English came from the Latin, and the Latin came from the Hebrew, all right? Right? Latin came from the Greek, with Hebrew. But Hebrew influences everything, because that's just how we are. You know what I mean? In all musics in the world, black music, the music from the from the Israelites, right? By the Israelites, people call it the Hebrew. I'm just using the term Hebrew and the Israelites to give the relation, right? But the Hebrew people, right, who maintain the Hebrew culture, right, will be the Israelites, right? And our dress code influences the world, right? So you go on any fashion runway today, right? Where the Met Gala last week, you're gonna see these in there. You're gonna see fringes. You're gonna see studs, right? These right here, studs. This is Israelite culture to wear studs, right? You're gonna see studs all through the fancy dresses by these fancy fashion designers all through there. You're gonna see fringes here and there through there, because our culture is the most influential, the most powerful. All right?
Yeah.
Right? So same with the language. Our language is the most influential, the most powerful. It's where all languages came from, right? Now the car, but even today, even in Israel I.S.U.P.K, young men will still make a mispronunciation with the car and the car. The same way how they make a mistake with the car and the car, right? This car right here is really supposed to be the car. This car is supposed to be this right here. That's what it's supposed to be, right? That's because the K, right, would be the same K. It's standing the same letter just backwards. All right?
Yeah.
So really, CA would really be the car in English letters, according to what we've grown up with the English letters. But here what? An Englishman can't look at this and pronounce this as a car, so the scholars would have to write CHAA to create this sound,
Right.
with the throat, ka, and the ha is to say throat, right?
Right.
The ka is to say the tongue hitting the tonsil,
Right.
ka, right? Aba, ka, right? And then the ha is to say to the English man, throat. This part is the throat, and the is to say, don't make it a short ka, make it a ha, right? So they put the two ways there. This is for English speakers, right? That don't know anything about the language. Can you see this? Can you see the bottom of the board?
Kind of.
Okay, come on, just making sure, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody asked.
Right. So come on, right? Right. So this is basically just for English speakers. You know what I mean? Just so they can understand how to follow through the order of operation to create that sound with a language that to them doesn't provide that sound.
Right.
All right. So really, CA. And this is what General Hyman wanted too, right? He always wanted to get to the bottom of this. But here it is, right? The CA is really the car. All right? I believe the car comes before the car, even in the Hebrew alphabet. All right? All right, no problem, right? Who got a question online?
Somebody, basically, I don't know if they came late. Shalom, brother, I need to know would a wig be an acceptable head covering? That looks real.
A wig is not a head cover. Okay.
Right.
A wig is not okay. know this, right? The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Give me that. Amos 9 and 8. Let's get Amos 9 and 8 right quick. Right? Right? The Lord is not dumb. All right? He's not dumb. He's not, he's not you. All right? I'm not calling you dumb, but there are people out there that are very dumb. All right? And a lot of people always think that they can trick the Most High or get around the Most High, and you just go into slavery. You just go work a job for the rest of your life and just be single forever, and pray that you find a good man, and you never ever get one because you think the Lord is dumb, and the Lord is smarter than you. All right, like all mankind is dumb before the Most High. You see what I'm saying? All right, the Most High is the one who will give you some smarts. The Lord is the one who will give you some wisdom. That's in the Bible. Right, but you ain't gonna be outsmarting the Most High. Don't be silly. Right. All right, you can use cocaine, you can use speed. You're not gonna outsmart the Most High. You can use the drug that the white man give his fighter pilots. Right. And the fast plane, the cat's eye. They got a drug called the cat's eyes, right? To make them, sharpen their response and make them more privy to fast response. Right. That's why they can fly like that and then, fly at Mach 2 or something and then spin around and. They have to the drug to operate in that plane. It's called the cat's eyes. All right. Where you got they're hooked on the drug. That's why they can't train the pilots too much. They just gotta use that same one day. You got Amos 9 and 8?
Yeah, Tom, I got it.
Please read.
Tom, Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Mm-hmm. Behold, the eyes of the Most High power.
Behold the what?
Eyes of the Most High
the what?
Power. Huh?
Behold.
Behold, the eyes.
The what?
The eyes.
The eyes. Right? The eyes of the Most High. Of the what?
Most High power.
Of the Most High God, man. Yahweh Allahayah, right? Yeah. Yahweh our God, right? His eyes are what?
Are upon the sinful kingdom.
Are upon the sinful kingdom. And we live in the sinful kingdom. Here you are in the sinful kingdom. And he can see what you're doing, right? If he wants to see your head covering, he doesn't want to see you cheat. Have your fake hair out, not wearing a cloth on your head. Put a cloth on you want to see the cloth on your head. All right? That's what you want to see. If you get fake hair and say this is a covering, the Lord doesn't respect that because he wants to see the covering of the submission. If he doesn't see the submission, right? If you see the excuses where you just have a wig because it's hair is on top of your actual head, guess what? Your hair is actually on top of your actual head too. Right. Your real hair is actually on top of your head too. But that is not the covering the Lord is talking about when you're praying. Right. Right? That's to cover your bald head. Your wig is to cover your bald head. But it is not the covering of when you pray. All right? I hope we're done there, right? Right? Don't cheat the Most High, right? The Most High would just, the angels of the Most High would just go to someone else. The angels don't serve you. You see what I'm saying? They serve the Most High. And he wants the order to be followed, right? He's not looking for people that are trying to be smarter than the Lord or smarter than angels, right? Or even smarter than man. Sisters that just want to wear wigs, they just don't want to respect a man. That's what it is, right? So I said that wrong, right? Sisters that don't want to put the covering over their wigs. They just don't want to respect a man. That's why someone would even think to consider that, because it's just to not respect a man. All right, right? Like I could have all of the great deeds in my mind in the world, right? But what does my actions do? What is the thing that you see? You see what I'm saying? A man can talk the Lord all day. He can talk, I love God. But what is the action that we see him doing? Is he going in the street and waking up the 12 tribes? Is he saying these things? And what is the thing that he's not saying? He can say, I love God all day. But is he wearing the fringes and the glorious garments? Is he doing the high holy? Is he present for the high holy days? He's loving God at home all he wants. The kingdom cometh not with observation, right? Meaning what? You have to be out there doing the work. You can't just be saying, I love God, and doing nothing, right? The same way a sister can't just be saying, oh, my head is covered. You have to actually put the covering over your head, right? You have to actually, the brothers have to actually go to camp, right? The brothers have to actually come in front of everybody and have the oath. You actually have to have the showbread. They call it the showbread. Showbread, where no one else can eat. The showbread, right? You could have bread in the back, but you gotta have the showbread, right? You gotta show the covering on your head, all right? All right. As we mentioned before, in the Roman numerals, the 1 is before the V. Right? The 1 is before the V in Roman numerals. This is the rules. Right? Oh, I got it wrong. L is 50. All right. L is 50. C is 100. Right? M is 1,000. We got the M right. M is 1,000. L is 50. All right. C is 100. All right. D is 500. I believe they call it a deci. A deci, right? They say half of a 1,000. Deci is half a 1,000. If for those who are privy in the metric system, this all falls down the same. M will be like a meter, right? And then if you split, they got something where they split in half, and they call it a decimeter, right? Decimeter is the smaller one, and then a decameter is the larger one, right? And then you split M down into 100s, they call it a centimeter, right? A centimeter, right? And then before that is a millimeter. All right. Any more questions online about it?
Nah.
Okay. Time we got this.
8:10.
8:10. We want to get them prayer words. Okay, we're not going to hang too long on the Roman numerals. Let's look at Roman numerals in your time. All right. Look at Roman numerals. Google it. You got to go to camp and read. You got to go to camp and read the 1611. You want to navigate with the Roman numerals. All right. You want to get used to this. For the troopers out there who have to read at camp, you want to make it. You want to be the best trooper you can be, right? You want to be fully exercised and be ready to utilize the full spectrum of your troopership, all right? Right. You want to get down. You want to know how to navigate between books. You want to go from Genesis to Deuteronomy to Joshua to Psalms to Isaiah to Matthew to Acts to Thessalonians to Revelation. You want to be able to navigate freely. All right. You want to know the order of the books. All right. Do the books. Do the name of the books. That'll be a good one. Not today. Right. We do that many times already. Right. We should get down. We should stick to the curriculum. We got the high holy days. We're around high holy days. We want to stay with the high holy days, right? So we have to say things that are within the high holy days, right? So we want to get that Leviticus 23 some more, right? We want to get some things that we might trip upon. And I want you to trip upon all the time. Shabiyah.
Yeah, God.
Right?
Yeah, I saw that.
You see Khan, right? Now say it again.
Nah, I saw that, but I'll you do it.
Khan. Shabiyah. Ayah. Right? Shabbayah, right? We know that this is Shah, Ba, Ya, I, Ya, right? And I believe this is what? The 7th?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Check up on your interlinear right quick. Right? Shabbayah, Shabbayah, Shabbayah. Shabbayah.
Yeah, the 7th.
Shabbayah.
Ha Shabbayah.
Shabbayah. Say it again.
Ha, yeah, the 7th. Ha Shabbayah.
The 7th, right? Oh, there you go. It was the ha, the beginning of it too. Ha. Right? Ha. Right? And I put this on the board because a lot of brothers they get tripped up when it's time to say this. Captain I.S.U.P.K told me to say this. I believe it might have been a Passover or one of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He was sitting beside me, and I was also getting tripped up here. And he was saying, when you see this, say Ha Shabbayah. Ha-Shabbayah, right? And this is to say the seventh, right? The seventh.
So in that instance, you wouldn't put a ha there?
The seventh. In what instance?
This instance, because last time for Arba 14th, it was a ha.
Is there a check to see there's a ha at the end of this?
Nah.
Well, I wanna. The scripture says. Seek the old path, right? Seek the old path. I'm paraphrasing. Adhere to the prayers of the dead Israelites, right? That's what the scripture said to do, right? So we have to look for how did the Israelites speak, how did they write things. So I want to write things how they wrote things, right? I want to understand what they understood to why they wrote the way that they wrote, right? So I can get the culture back. Like we're not trying to create an Israelite culture. We're trying to get the culture back from how our people left off before it was removed from us by our oppressors, by our slave masters.
Right.
All right. So if it says Ha-Shabbayah, I wanna say this, and I want to find out why it's like this. All right. So for today, we're gonna acknowledge to pronounce this is Shabbayah. Shabbayah, right? Ha-Shabbayah, right? Shabbayah, right? So that's how you pronounce this word right here. And you'll say it on the seventh day, right? Do you have the phrase there?
Salaki, what do you mean the phrase?
The phrase, meaning what the word before and the word after.
Wa ba yawam ha Shabbayah.
Wa ba yawam, right? So before it is wa ba ya wam, right? Right? Wa ba yawam. The wa is to say and, right? The ba is to say in, and yawam is day.
Right.
Right? Yawam is day, right? So what is it saying is and in day, seventh, right? Wa ba yawam ha Shabbayah. Now we're speaking some Hebrew, right? Now we're speaking some Hebrew, and you're gonna learn Hebrew by saying the prayers. Right. You wanna learn how to say Hebrew. You wanna learn how to function in Hebrew. You have to learn the prayers, learn the proper pronunciation of the prayers, and now you get to roll into saying the Hebrew, right? Now you're gonna have vocabulary. People will say, "Oh, how do I want to say things in the everyday?" Get the vocabulary down little by little, because you learn how to say eat and shalom and thank you and all that, right? But without vocabulary, you're gonna have holes. You're gonna learn to fill the void in your thought process of when you want to speak Hebrew, and you start by saying the things that you always say. A kid is always asking for juice. He's gonna point to juice, and you're gonna tell the kid, "This is juice. Say juice. And then, he will learn to demand juice because he's demanding it all the time. You get to build his vocabulary. He says, food. And he'll say, I want some. And he'll say, banana. And you say, banana. You're going to say banana. And he builds up his vocabulary. You say, hello. Right? And you say, bye-bye all the time. And you build the void of the things that he needs to say. You need to say the prayers. You should learn it. You need to say shalom. One time you needed to say Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai Bragatha. You say this to someone that's not in the school, he's confused. Right? But you have it down pat because you needed to say it. All right? So if you need to say the prayers, learn what them prayer words are. All right? And fill the void. Right? And start there. All right? Time is running on. We might bring it to the table now, right?
You want to bring it to you?
Yeah. Oh. Just help me up when you can, all right? Yeah. Okay. So we want to go to the table here. All right. Bear with us 1 second, y'all. Okay. 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 All right. Also, question time. For anyone who got any questions, right? I think this might still be a bit too high, right? We're gonna get the prayers now. All right. All of the across the line radio stuff up here. Okay. So here we are. We're gonna be in Psalms 83. All right, Psalm 83. All right. So I found me a pen over here. This pen won't leave here. It's gonna stay right here on top of this desk here. All right. We have how well can they see that body? They can't see this at all, right?
You're low. No, you gotta lift it up. You lift it up, sir.
I gotta lift up.
You lower that or lift up the screen.
Okay, God. I'm a man, so things have to submit to me. I put my hand here. This camera gotta find its way down.
Well, you just want them to see the Hebrew, right? Because you can't see the English too well.
Okay, we'll see it. Okay, let me
Well, Slakia, this is what you got. Slakia, sir.
Okay, it's a bit too far, right?
Yeah, kind of. That's what I mean.
Okay.
You want to keep it turned like this so you can see it, or? Oh, you got it right there.
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right, Con.
Yeah.
Con.
Okay, hold on. Oh, Captain Zakar sent me a message on Facebook. Oh my gosh. Captain Zaryak said to give him a call.
That you to give him a call?
God.
You got it.
Shirata Zalak texted me a message too. My name is, and he showed me how to break it down. It's supposed to mean moving forward in the truth.
If I may, you want to just put in the chat your teaching right now?
No, hold on.
Hold it down?
Yeah, hold it down for me, right? Teach some words here, right? Let me call Captain Zaryak.
All right, Count, do you think so? Shalom, Akim. What's it called? So this is what we going over here. We got Alahayim. We got these words. Okay, the first word you should know, Alahayim, is a way to say the most high, is a way to say the powers, or what's called, it can mean. Like, okay, one thing you have to understand, the Jewish man will tell you technically this will mean Yahweh himself or the Most High. Technically it does, but it doesn't. What I mean is the United States killed bin Laden, right? Technically this word means the powers, right? Meaning the Most High and his celestial beings, meaning his army. Al-Hayam means the powers. Like if we say bin Laden the United States killed bin Laden, every single person, every single brother and sister did not have a hand in bin Laden's killing. Hillary Clinton didn't really grab a gun and kill anybody. However, everybody takes the killing of bin Laden and attributes it to Barack Obama, even though Barack Obama was sitting inside of a basement inside of Washington, D.C., while bin Laden was being executed hundreds of miles away. Al-Hayyan in this verse technically does mean the Most High, but it means it from a standpoint of direction, meaning like he's going to send an angel to stop our enemies when they come up against us. That's what Al-Hayyan means in that instance. Right. If I may, sir, what I'm basically was going over, I don't know if you've ever come through this. People who say Al-Hayyan, dictionaries, will say Al-Hayyan can technically mean the Most High. But I'll just explain. That's more so like Barack Obama killed Osama bin Laden. Barack Obama ordered the hit, but technically SEAL Team 6 did it. You understand what I mean? Like it's more so on that level. That's the correct way to put it, or?
This is exactly right to put it.
Okay, count the water.
Okay, and the whisper says, okay, the cover, put up the car already. I need to know, would a wig be a covering? Okay, no, a wig is not a covering. Right, wig is a cover to your bald head. Right, even a woman's hair is for glory. It's not for to pray. Right. I know people get mixed up because both of the verses in Corinthians 11 says, talks about the covering, all right? You have to put something on your head. Yeah, all of the holidays, that's right, it's 16. Now I know about the normal numbers in the King James Version Bible. Now I understand, so many kids get left back. I don't know what that means. Kids get left back. All right, no problem, right? Okay. We have.
You want me at the bottom or is that what you showed me? Not showing the top. Okay, that's good. You got it.
Okay. We have. Okay. Alahayim.
Right.
Right. Allah. Let me bring this close over here. Yeah, we good. Right. I gotta get more in, more closer with this thing here.
Yeah, John.
Alahayim. Right. Alahayim, which will be the word for God here. Right. Right. This word right here, God. Right. Right. This al right here. This al would be to say not. All right. Not. Oh, we have the interlinear, right?
Huh? On your phone.
Yeah, we have the interlinear here, so we can go along in the interlinear, right? We go to Psalm 83, right? Psalm 83 in the interlinear. I wonder if I can make the right thing much bigger. Display. Font size and style. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Everything is bigger now. There we go. Right, everything's bigger now. Right, good. So this was the verses I was trying to go over earlier. All right. When we brought down the word native, Azarach is native. All right. Ba is in. Sakai is booth. Sakai is booth, meaning with the ha, not the tha, right? The tha is to say plural or to categorize it. Right? Right. We got the name of Israel right here. All right. The word dwell is yashab. Yashab is the word to say dwell or even sit. Sometimes you hear in class it will say yashabia, which means to sit. Right? Sa is to say will do. This is what you will do. This means future tense. Right? Wa at the end to say it. You should dwell it. Will dwell it. 7th days. Yum yum. You've seen this a couple of times. Yum yum. You have yum yum, which is right, and you have yum yum, which is how you say days plural. We have yawam on the board, which is day singular. Yawam is day singular, right? Yum yum is days plural, right? We know that the sun, is day from when the sun is up, right? And I don't really know the correlation, but yawam got the one there, because we know that one to be like a tense. We know yam is in the sea, and we know the sun sets in the sea, and the skies when you go to the sea, right? The sky is to the horizon looks like it's going into the sea. I don't know the correlation. We do know that in Genesis, the sky and the sea are both water, right? But I'm not sure the correlation. But we know that Yam is the sea. Yam is the sea, and in our homeland, the sea was always in the west, so therefore Yam became west also, right? So you want to say west, Yam, Y-A-M, Yam is west, right? One west, Akkad Yam, right? With a space in between, not together. I'm saying together will be making the one plural. That's not what you're trying to say, all right? Even according to the numbers, akad yam is not, in our language, that's not a proper way of how you say one plural. You'll probably say akath, right, with a th on the end. But you know what I mean, if you put the yum on the akad to say akad yum together, you might be implying that you're trying to make the akad, which is a plural, right? Which is not what we're trying to do. So yum have to be written separately, right? The only things that are written together with the word is prepositions, right? And possessives. Preposition. Here we go right here. We have a word, right? It's based on a 3-letter word, right? They dropped the ya here for whatever reason. I'm not sure. We're not privy to the reason at the moment, right? But they put the tha here, and that tha is to say preposition, right? I suppose they dropped the ya because to not make it mistaken when you're reading to say tha ya, because if you put tha ya, that's usually the common order of how you would say you in the future he will, right? Because ya at the beginning of a word as a preposition means he, right? So to not mix it up, I suppose they dropped the ya, right? Being that it has a preposition here already, which is the ta to say future tense or will, all right? Right? Preposition, the word is yashab, right? And then the ya is the possessive, right? To say he or his or it, all right? All right, so he in the future, his dwelling will be 7th days. We know kal is all. Kal is all. I see brothers getting privy to the word kal, which is good, right? You see the fake Israelites will be like kal halal. They'll say kal halal Yahweh. They say all praise Yahweh. That kal in kal halal is all, and then the halal will be a word to say praise or bless. All right. As a rock, we're in Leviticus 23 too, 23 as well, because this is what we're gonna be reading on Monday again. All right. Okay. Let's get the praise. We want Psalms 83. We're gonna be saying the prayers tomorrow, the Sabbath service. All right. We're gonna be saying the prayers on the service on Monday too. Let's get the screen a little brighter here. I bought this tablet for $100. This tablet is $250, right? I bought it for $100 on Black Friday, right? It's not a sin to buy the crap on Black Fridays, all right? You're in slavery. The scripture says, whatever you shall find in the shambles, eat. All right. A lot of people take the Bible and turn it into an occultic thing, right? Don't do that, all right? Right? There's things, not you, right? Don't turn the Bible into an occultic thing, meaning, oh, it says we're all gonna fast, or not. Here you go starving your kids, right? Don't be an idiot. Call your camp leader, right? The U.P.K. knows more than you and knows more than your camp. All right, your camp. Here's what you don't know. Your camp comes to us and asks us questions on how to do things. I.U.S.C. been calling us for years, right? They've been calling up the generals to find out, how should they operate things, and then at the same time, here's how I know they're full of Satan, right? Because they gonna call Commander General YAHANNA, call General Hazael, call General Hyman, right? About how to organize their school and what days they should do and stuff like that, right? And how to properly do things according to the Bible. And then, as soon as they get off the phone, they go have a class and talk crap about the U.P.K. subliminally. I think they call it throwing shade, right? They'll say stuff like, "Oh, the all black ones," right? They'll say stuff like that, or "Oh, the U.P.K. didn't start there." Then why the hell are you calling us for? I'm saying, why were your people calling us? All right. All right. Okay. We went over this already, right? The damaya, we come across damaya. Damaya means to be silent, cutting off, rest, silent. All right. You cutting me off? You can say it today, right? Why you cutting me off for? Why are you cutting me off? What's why again? Why is that Maya, something like that?
Well, I thought, I'm not sure.
Why? Okay, why in Spanish is what? Porque, for what, right? So kayama,
Kayama.
right? Because kaya, Kaya, is for, right?
Right.
And then what will be ma, M-A-H.
Right.
So kayama
is why.
Yeah, for what? Right?
Okay, if I may, I saw I think you're who? No, yes, who? I saw Zaha.
Zaha, no, Zaha is to say this.
But I also saw it can be for who?
It might have been a translation, right, where in English it might sound improper, right, so they might have said who.
Like Shaba.
Shaba what?
Shaba is that's in, but technically, no, but it could also be who in.
Okay.
Shabbat Shemayim. Who are in heaven.
No. Okay, that's an instance of where it's like that too, where it doesn't mean that or who's in heaven.
Right.
Shah means pertaining to.
Right.
In heaven. Shabbat Shemayim. Shabbat Shemayim.
So like
pertaining in. And then Shemayim is the word for heaven.
So Shah and Ma both mean pertain to everything.
Shah what?
Shah
no. Shah means pertaining to.
Okay.
Ma means of or from.
But okay,
Abadia from Harlem. Abadia, Ma Harlem.
Okay.
Right? You see this all the time. Magan dawada. Magan, that ma is to say of, and then gun would be protect or garden. This is of a protection. This is a shield. This of a protection to me. It's a way of thinking as niggas before American curriculums.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So Damaya. So there was something we were saying in that again. What was he saying? We were saying something like that again, right? Okay. Kayama, right? Kayama. Why are you cutting me off? Why are you cutting me off? Why are you cutting off? Right? So Kayama, Damaya. Kayama, Damaya. Damaya is to cut me off. Why are you silencing me? You know what I'm saying? It's a pause. Quiet rest.
Cut off as in conversation.
Yeah. Right? In a way. Right? Of course, there's other words to say cut off. Like if I look for cut off right now, right? There'll be a better word for cut off, but this is a word that's in the prayers. We're trying to get what's going on in the prayers. You know what I mean? Of course, we have the famous cut off from being a nation. I think that's in here too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Hey, but we got cut off here, and it's always the same word, 3772, which means it's one Hebrew word. 3772 is the same Hebrew word. 3772 is the popular word for cut off.
Yeah,
all right, so we look for what that is, and cut off is karath. Like Karathi in the UK.
Yeah,
all right, so karath is the cut off.
So what is it? You know what his name means?
La, but it might be coins. It might be something with the cut off.
Yeah.
Let me see what's here. We got 3582. Kakad. Nah, let's not get too complicated. We'll stay with the most common one, which will be karaf, to say cut off. Right. So why you cut me off, or but now this means like to be cut off, to be divided, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
In a sense, right? Okay, but so let's stick with the prayers. All right, Damaya, the silence. Right. That was a proper way, because if you are silent, right, if you got cut off in a conversation, right, you are now you resort to being silent because you got cut off.
Right.
Damaya, right? All right. Thak Karash, it says to hold your peace, but Karash could mean what really?
Cut in.
Cut in. What's the King James usage? We want to stick to the King James usage here, right? So it's to say silent, to hold your peace, to be quiet, to be held in peace, right? So these are different ways of saying to be quiet, right? Damaya is a way of being quiet. Qadash is a way of being silent or quiet, right? Shakwat is a way to be quiet, right? Shakwat, we know shakwat, right? To be quiet. So here's our 3 different ways of being quiet. Damaya, Qadash, shakwat. 3 different ways of being quiet. All right? All right? Kaya hana, kaya is 4, hana to say behold. Awayabika, when you see awayabika, awayab is from ayab. Ayab is what? Ayab is enemy or your foe. Right? Ayab is how you say enemy. That's a good word to have in your dictionary because being in the lowest in this kingdom here, my gosh, who is not your enemy? The white man is your enemy, the Arab is your enemy, the white man is your enemy, the Indian man is the Chinese man is your enemy, the Africans your enemies. Your own black brother is your enemies. Right? Your own Latino brothers is your enemies. And I say that in both regards. I mean, if you're a black man, the Latinos look at you like you're a different race because of the white man's separation. Right? If you're Latino, other Latinos don't like you. Right? If you're black, other black men don't like you. If you're Latino, black men in America under the white man's spell will say, oh, you're taking our jobs. When that's nonsense. You see what I'm saying? So everyone is your enemy here in the United States or the United Snakes of America, right? Everybody is snakes working together, right, for this evil place, right? Ayab is enemy, right? Mm-hmm. We went over this last week. Shana'a is to say hate, right? This is Psalms 83 and 2, right? Shana'a is to say hate. We know that Ra'ash's head, they have lifted up the head. All right. We know the island is upon. It says against your people, but meaning they are over your people. Right. So over your people, they have taken crafty counsel. All right. So we know that Sawad here is Sawad to say counsel. I know we used to sound things out in the Lashawan Qadash. We'll say Sawad. Sawada. One time it was Sawada, but we got privy to the Lashawan Qadash. So now it's been updated. Now it says Sawad instead of Sawada. Right? And even don't get hung up on Sawada and Sawada or things that's like this because that just ends up being they call it dialect. All right? It's not a big deal, right? It's like saying the Taza and Sa, right? It becomes like a thing of like dialect, all right? Don't get hung up on those, all right? It's like the car, we're writing on the car, the CHAA and the CA. You know what I mean? Don't get hung up on that, all right? Just try to work with your brothers, all right? All right. Before class is over, I want to go into Sharatazar Halak. Okay, so Sharatazar wanted to know what his name meant. We go on the Kindle right quick. Go on the Strong's Concordance. Everyone can see your Google account name. Oh, we're live on YouTube, I know. But they mean, I don't know, who cares, right? May I respond to you? Not now. I don't want to spy on me. All right. Come on, let's go. All right. They changed it around. I gotta go over here now. Before I used to go on the left. Updated the app when the other one was working just fine. Sharatazar. Can they see this online about you?
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay, come right. Tazar. So we gotta keep going down. Lamanasa Ipatazar. Sharatazar. There we go. All right. Sharatazar. Well, there's two of them, right? The primitive root to wriggle, swarm or abound, right? No problem. Creep or move, right? Sharatazar, a swarm, active mass of minute animals creeping, moving, all right? So in a sense of gradually moving forward, right? Halak, we know halak is from yalak. Yalak is go, right?
Halak means to walk.
Halak means to walk, means a gradual walk, right? So gradually walking, right? So meaning So Shrat Halak, your name is correct. All right. There's no issues with your name, Shrat Halak, right? Be in good faith, all right? That your name was made by a priest, all right?
Ba'a.
Ba'a means to come.
Because I've seen it in some instances used for go. I gotta find it.
Right, because they're saying, okay,
like it might be in the Torah, like the Most High telling them go to this place or something like that.
Right, that might just be in things where how a man thinks, right? Because here's where brothers get messed up on, right? Is where they think English,
right?
So they see the word come for go, thinking English to them it makes no sense in English,
right?
But in your culture, when we are a visual people,
right?
When we're thinking of a man coming,
right?
And he's gonna go to this bathroom here, but he's saying come.
Right, he's gonna come to the bathroom.
Right, he's gonna come to the bathroom, but white people might think that's not proper English enough.
Right.
So the scholar will say he would have to go to the bathroom.
Not come to
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just reflected between two different frames of mind. All right, about it. Yeah.
Because a lot of times with
right.
It won't be the standard English pronunciation or way of putting together a phrase, but it's still like a lot of times I'll see y'all don't even use us or our, y'all use we.
Yeah, we just use we all the time.
Yeah.
Because there's one way you know what we mean.
Right.
It's like in Hebrew, one way does it nawa all the time. Ain't no nawa and nawi and nawu.
Right.
It's just nawa.
And if I may, when is a knock now used? Only the Most High.
A knock now is formal. So usually if you see it by itself,
right?
Like we have to go, right? A knock now, and then go. I don't know how you say have to go. Because have in English means to possess.
Well, technically we would use a must.
Or we must go. There you go, right? So that's a good. It's not ma'ad, right? Let's look up that. Let's look at how to say must, right? And this is what I'm talking. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You look for the void in your language,
right?
And you try to fill it in, all right? So here's a void. We want to say must. We want to go, right? We talk about want all the time.
Right.
Want is kasar.
Right?
Kasar, right? All right. We must needs or we need to go, right? There we go. 4135. 4135 says, no, 4135 says, well, this is Mawal. But this is to say circumcised. Okay, so this is circumcised. So this might not be the word for must that we need, all right? Let's get the one that's not dealing with circumcision. I needs bring. Thou must come. 935. I hope that's not ba'a. It is ba'a. Must die.
Is must even spoken?
It's said in the English, but it sounds like it's not spoken in the Hebrew.
Like sometimes to be used.
Right. Must eat will be akal. Must walk is. But walk is similar to like halak's name, right? But it should say yalak, right? Yalak and halak are the same kind of
Genesis
going,
29
right?
26,
same kind of word, just change the beginning to say ha and ya. All right. Halak and yalak, where yalak more means go. Where you found it about it?
Genesis 29 and 26.
Genesis 29. Wait. That's the concordance there, right?
Yeah, got
it. So go look for it in the English.
Yeah, right? I got the
Okay, so you got it right here, right?
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up in the Hebrew to see what.
Here we go. We got must, right?
Right.
Here's what we do. Oh my God! Look here. Look here.
29 and 26, right?
No. All these,
right?
Concordance numbers, right?
Right.
There's no concordance number here.
Oh,
there's no concordance number. So it's showing the M here to say you can find this word in English.
Right.
In this chapter, you can find it in English in this chapter.
Right.
But there's no concordance code here.
So there is no must.
All right.
So Salakia 29 and if that's Salakia, if you can go back to it for 1 sec, it's the third one that would say 29 and 26. So that's it must not be so done in R. And this is Laban
That's a good one there.
Laban not is done thus in our place. So Laban la'a Ya'isha kan ba makwa wam mana.
Right. So kan in this case means thus, right?
Right.
Okay, let me see that again. Let me see that right here.
Kan.
Okay, so all right. Waya amar Laban la'a. Right? And he said, Laban, not do this in our place. Right? So in English, we're saying must.
Right.
Because it's proper to say must.
Right.
But in Hebrew, it would just be you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Like I'm only telling you once.
Right. So in English, if you say don't do that, to the white man it's I can't do that when no one's looking.
Right.
But if you say you must not do that, the white man says, yeah, something's gonna happen if I do this.
Right.
Right. If nothing's gonna happen if I do this, then he goes and do it. You know what I mean?
If I may, I know can doesn't exist in Spanish. Well, we don't even have can, do we?
Can in Hebrew. Can to say capable or able. Can would be able.
Yo tengo uno. Like technically that's I have one, but that's also how you would say can I have one because they don't have a can. Oh. You just really just ask. And obviously the way you say it is yo tengo uno. Can I have one? That's what I tell trans people when I want a beer.
Come.
Like, hey, yo tengo uno. Seriously, bro.
Come.
God.
All right.
Yeah, God.
Need. What about the word need?
We might find that in here.
Yeah, we might find need in here, right? Right, so this is a Strong's Concordance. Must have book, right? All right. Oath. We went over oath. Oath those are nadar, right? A vow.
Nadar. So Salaki, what is Nazar?
Nazar is
in the oath.
I believe it means to be something along the lines of it's not so it's one of the spiritual words, man. I can't remember what it means.
So I know it has something to do with oath. No, yeah, because that's where Nazar.
Sacred. I think it means sacred or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, look it up. Right. Okay, need. There we go. Need. Only in the Old Testament about 6 times. Damn. Is there a common one? There's no common word for need. Right? 4270, 2638, 6678, 2818. Right? 2637. So here's 2637, 2637, and 2638 are gonna have some kind of similar. Proverbs 31. All right, so let's look for 2637. 2637. This is the same thing I'll do on Amazon Kindle, y'all. All right, I'll look for the concordance code and let's go there. 2637. So it should be right here. You might say want, right? Because Kasar is want. 2636. Okay, Kashakwa, right? No, that's 2 8s. Salakia. 263, right?
To consecrate.
Kashakwa means pleasure. 2638. There we go. Kasar, like I said, right? Kasar is say want. This is how they will say need. See right there. Need, have, need, void, want, right? 2637 to imply want, lessen, abated, bereave, decrease, make lower, want. So someone who wants to make something lower, someone who's lacks, they want something. You're decreasing something because you want to decrease it, right? That's the concept of what they're saying here, right? All right.
God.
Okay, right.
God. So yeah, Nazar means consecrate. So
consecrate, right?
If I may, is there a? Because I know in a lot of times
consecrate. Secrate means sacred, all right?
God. So like Nadar and Nazar, is there a similarity or is it just coincidence?
Nazar means sacred. Nadar is a vow.
Right, John.
Right. So Nadar is a vow. It's an oath.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's a vow you make. You go to court. You make a vow to say the whole truth or nothing but the truth.
Right.
Or you swear, I guess, right?
Salakia, you mind if I ask one more?
Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever seen, okay, when I looked up Nazareth, I was expecting to see Nazariah. I saw Nazayar.
Nazayar.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Because that's to say consecrated, meaning past tense. Right? The yah in the middle signifies past tense.
Okay. So
just remember the tenses. You have to always remember the wa in there means something. The yah in the middle means something. Hashabayaya, that yah in there means something.
Right. Meaning you're someone who went through the consecration, meaning past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not like you're an Israelite or Yasharalia, which is something that will always be present tense. Okay, I understand it now.
Yeah. Okay. And that Yasharalia, that yah is the same how we went over last week.
Right.
Germania and Britannia and Asia. Iberia. You know what I mean? God. All right. Let's get into the more complicated words before we go.
Yeah.
How much verses we got in Psalm 83?
How many verses? 18, right?
Is it 18?
Yeah, kind of 18.
You've been a priest for a long time to know that. Oh, snap, you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
My body is the man. Okay, so let's get some these words that after the nations.
Okay.
All right, Yarash.
Yarash.
Okay, let's get the nations. Okay, like Ze'eb. Okay, so we have the word Ze'eb, the nobles. Make the nobles, right? Shayatamwa. Shayathamwa, right? So Shayath, what does Shayath means? Shayath means to say set, put in a place, make. Right? Right? To set them up, meaning to set them up. Nadayab is saying noble.
Right.
All right. Nadayab, generous, hence magnanimous as a noun grandee. Okay, so in the scriptures it's princes, the generous, the princes. Okay, but it says the nobles, right? So Nadayab is the nobles. Nadayab, right? What is Nadab? Can I look up Nadab? Let me see if I can have both of these in the same split screen, right? Let's have them in split screen. All right. I have both of them on here at the same time, right? So let's have oh, not that one. This I wanted the interlinear. All right, interlinear and the Kindle. All right. So let's get the Nadab. So we were looking for the Nadayab. Let's look for the Nadab. Where's the Nadab? Come on. Nadab. Right? Nadab. There we go. Nadab. Primitive. The Nadab is the primitive root to imply, to volunteer, present spontaneously, volunteer as a soldier, right? Offer freely, to give or make offer self-willing. Okay, so here's the sense. Nadab is the free offering, right? A free will offering is a Nadab, right? Noblemen are always in today's society giving money to charity, right? Because they're so rich, right? So in the other instance, rich men are the nobles. Right? Jeff Bezos is a noble. Well, he's a selfish bastard, right? Okay, but I'm sure he got some Amazon charity that he does to make himself look, to make himself look good. Right. Elon Musk was out there giving out free Bitcoins. You know what I mean? A couple months ago. Why not? You know what I mean? Right. He got some things where he give back where he puts on the news saying, buy doggy coin. Yeah, it's dog. They saw Dogecoin, but it started as dog electronic coin. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, doggy coin. People look at it, DOGE coin, Dogecoin, right? That's just white people. That's dumb, right? So he says buy doggy coin, and you get some doggy coin. Your $100 become some cats be saying some cats I know that made $30,000 off of it.
Really?
Yeah, investing when it was less than a penny, and now it goes to like 27 cents or something like that.
Yeah, John.
And now it's from 0.00036 to
Right.
0.27 now.
Right.
You know what I mean? They made some thousands of dollars there.
Yeah, John.
So to them, Elon Musk helped them get that money.
Right.
That was his offering to them. He made them rich. You see what I'm saying? They made not do 30,000 ain't rich, but you got some dough, right?
Yeah, John.
So that was like his offering.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this, like
That's
devil
offering too.
Right. Nah, but
That's the seat. Yeah.
Like what's going in stocks, like you need a lot of people, and that'll boost up the stock by itself. So if I have a platform where I can get 2 million regular people to say, give me $1 and we'll make some money. You're obviously gonna make money because automatically the stock's gonna go up once they realize, wait, 1 million people just put $1 into this. There must be something good here. Let's raise the stock. Thank you. Let me take out my money before it completely fixes itself and realize.
Right, exactly. That's how it works. Everybody puts their value in there.
Right.
And when everybody puts their value in,
right,
the value meaning your money.
Right.
The value of the stock goes up, and that's how the chart comes. When it goes up and down, people selling it, taking out their money.
Right.
Then the value goes down.
Right.
All right. Absolutely. And so the devil offering now, where Elon Musk don't really got to give none of his money.
Right.
But he gets to offer you a way to get more money.
Right.
Right. He's now a nobleman. He's a nobleman.
Right.
Right. Richard Branson, all of the three that went to the space race the other day will be like the noblemen of today.
Right.
Make their nobles like Oreb and Zeeb. Right? That like is Ka. Oreb is really Irob. Right? Irob, Irob is say evening.
Irob is evening.
Irob is evening. Irob is mixed. It's evening because the sky is mixed between day and night. So it's evening. Right? They call it sundown, right? At even. Right? What else? Where else are things mixed in the market? Right? Things are mixed in the market. Arab is now the name for market. Who's always in the market? Arabs. Arabs are always in the market. Arab is Arab also. Because they're mixed people. They're between Abraham and Hagar, right? Arabs are Ishmaelites, but they're known as Arab, the market men. Right? So Arab is market, Arab is mixed. Mixed they drink, Arab. The sky is mixed, Arab. The food is, you mixed my food up with the other one, Arab. Arab is mixed, right? That's that sense, right? So there was someone called Arab, and he was look at this, a Midianite. He was a damn Arab.
I thought the Midianites were completely opposite family.
Who are they?
That's Keturah's kids, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's Keturah's son. Abraham's other wife.
The people of Midian, right? Ain't they some Middle Eastern people?
I'm not sure if they're Middle Eastern.
Midian and Media, right?
Well, Salaki, if I'm not mistaken, I know.
Let's get the dictionary.
God.
Right?
God.
There we go.
Because remember,
wait. Wa, ka is ab, wa is and, ka is like. Right? That ka is like. Za'ab is to say, good night. The wolf.
okay.
Za'ab is the wolf.
Right. Za'ab.
And like wolf. Za'ab is wolf, right? Let's look it up right quick. Right? Wolf, a leader in Midian. Right. Good night. They're the Midianite prince called the wolf. I mean, well, the real leaders and princes, the real princes are in the Israelites. Midianites ain't no princes. I even know the whole time. That's why it's good to go over these things.
Right, Midian.
Zeeb is technically my name.
Son of Abraham by Keturah. His descendants in the land which they claimed, lying mostly east of the Jordan and the Dead Sea, then southward.
Okay, so this is from the top again.
Midian or Midianites, a son of Abraham,
by Keturah. So Abraham's people are the Middle Eastern people.
Right,
right. Keep going.
His descendants in the land which they claimed, lying mostly east of the Jordan,
right,
and the Dead Sea, then southward.
East of the Jordan, right, and the Dead Sea, right. So hold on. East of the Jordan, the Dead Sea, right? With the Dead Sea, that's near Israel, right?
Right, Khan.
Dead Sea, right? That's right east of Jerusalem,
Right.
right?
Khan, remember, because if I may, for time's sake, I'm not sure exactly where. Remember? Yeah, you're a thief. No. I'm a criminal. I gotta run for my life. You're only gonna run so far.
Right.
And that's where Moses would go. Wait, where's Mount Horeb?
Right,
Mount
so-
Horeb would be close to their land. Remember, because that's where Moses.
Read it again if I could, right?
Khan, sir. His descendants in the land which they claimed, lying mostly east of the Jordan and the Dead Sea. So it's east of both of them.
So east of so the Dead Sea is here.
And the Jordan would be. This is the Jordan right here.
This is the Jordan right here.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
Jordan River.
So it'll be right here near where Jerusalem was. There's Jerusalem
Right.
today,
Khan.
right? And then the Dead Sea. So it's right in the same land right here. That's where the
God.
Midianites were, right?
Khan.
Okay.
Okay, and then somewhere around here is well, this is Mount Sinai.
Gone.
This
That's
is
Mount Sinai, right?
But where's Horeb? Because the burning
Mount
bush.
Sinai is where we got the commandments.
Mount Sinai is also the burning bush, or that's Horeb.
We have to check.
Okay,
right?
Khan.
But don't worry about that right now, right?
Okay, Khan.
Mount Sinai is where we got the commandments.
Right,
So
Khan.
we was escaping out of Egypt,
Right.
right? To go to our own land, which is out of Africa,
Right.
right? To go to Mount Sinai,
Right.
right? And from Mount Sinai, where did we go? We went into our land here,
Right.
which is not part of Africa. I don't know if people get a mess from, oh, look, Israel is in Africa. Look.
Right.
Because some assholes went to the Mona. So like, I ain't
Right. You good.
the language on here, right?
God.
But, you know, because some idiots went to the Mona, right? Not knowing the scriptures,
Right.
right? Not knowing nothing about the Bible, right?
Right.
When the church is going to come and get all Israelites who are sincere to the Most High.
Right.
Not mean that, you know, there's not enough planes to take the entire population. The Lord doesn't mean come out of Babylon does not mean everybody get on planes at the airport and jam up the airport. You know what I mean? And be waiting at the airport like the Afghanis waiting for C-17s.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It will be a pandemic. It will be an epidemic. It will be a new law will be made. You know what I mean, just so we don't leave. Like, you know, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean, you go to jail before, you know, we all go over there, right? Some chosen few who doesn't know nothing, who are a bunch of child molesters, because you get on a plane means you're more righteous and you get the land and you get to rule the land and come on, don't be dumb.
Right.
Dumb with a B on the end, man. All right.
Khan.
All right, good, right? So
Khan.
any more on that?
There's a lot more. The
Okay,
Midianitess woman.
The
It goes
Midianites
into
women.
that. What's called? They made a league with Moab, with Balaam. Basically, that's when the Most High said to kill them all. And then also.
Okay, so we're done.
Yeah, Khan. God.
Right.
What's called? Also, the tribe of Midian. The people of Midian enslaved Israel for 7 years during Gideon.
Okay.
Oh, and that was another thing. Gideon. Godiva.
Right.
Okay. I.S.U.K translates it as feller, which you can basically say is another word for soldier. But obviously, you can kind of guess what you would think it would mean. But why is it? I'm not sure if you're aware. Why is it we use Kayayal instead of Godiva?
Yayal to say soldier, right?
Yeah, Khan.
Because-
no, trooper rather.
Trooper,
Yeah,
because Kayayal means soldier.
But well, what do you mean? Because Godiva,
Okay, if you use Gadai one,
right?
where would you use Kayayal?
Generally.
We are using generally. The troopers are in general.
No, I meant for everybody because me and you would be technically Kayayal. You understand what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but you have to choose one to go with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a choice.
Khan.
Like, just like Saran
Right.
means what?
Saran means technically bully or tyrant, from what I looked up.
Okay, but one of them means prince, right?
Shah means prince.
Shah means prince.
Khan.
What else means prince?
Salaki.
And there are a lot of words that mean prince.
There might. I'm not sure.
There's a lot of words which means prince.
Okay, Khan.
Right? This word right here, noble, that
Right.
halfway means prince.
Right, Khan.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we picked one
Right.
to where it can be more proper, right?
Yeah.
Meaning, you know, it sounds more. It depends on how it sounds. Like you can choose.
Right.
All right, and we did.
Khan.
All right.
All right.
Khan. Just like generals. Generals is Allah. which means thousands.
Right.
Right? But you're 1,000.
Right.
Right? So according to the numbers, you are Alak too.
Right.
Or Alawak.
Right.
Right? But the rank system is where you're 1,000.
Right.
And they're a general, where the general in the scriptures was Alawak, I think, right?
I know it to be Duke, but it could be used for Alawak.
And then there's the word Duke.
Right.
And then there's the word chief.
Kind of.
Right.
Yeah, chief is usually Ali one or something like that, right? Like meaning
to
replace it with high.
I can't remember. I know the chief was the head, so.
But so like the only time I ever saw chief is chief priest, and that's in the New Testament.
I saw chief when Moses was raising up, meant to be chiefs of Israel.
Cancer. And
right.
It's funny, that's a bad way of talking.
And that is a guy way of talking, and people don't consider that the native Indians are Israelites.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, you're the chieftain now.
Good night. When the native Indians way of life is the Israelite way of life.
Right.
And people can't make the correlation.
Right.
Because they don't know. Really, they need these brothers online who's sitting watching online, who should come and do the work, which they're not doing. Because the native Indians in New York think they're niggers. So I gotta go out there and say the Negroes.
Right.
Because that's how I get you.
Right.
The people out there that's in these other places where the reservations are, they're just watching online, not getting up and doing the work and calling the native Indians into the truth. Because they're lazy. And the kingdom comes now with observation.
The sister asks, what does the Feast of Atonement mean, Angela?
The Feast of Atonement is where you atone. Is where you go through a day where you don't eat no food and no drink no water, no juice, nothing, for 24 hours. Where you suffering and you get after 16, 18 hours you get the headache and you get the pain in your face and you might feel a little nauseous or something. You afflict your soul, which will be that feeling of not getting water, getting that little headache because you didn't drink or eat nothing. You know what I mean? You're feeling weak. That is the afflicting your soul, and through that, you show the Most High that you are being that you're not able to listen to your belly, right? Maybe you won't listen to your mind where he tells you to go leave your husband. All right? As you know, many sisters over the years from high school and middle school, middle school, right? You've left your boyfriend because he got on your nerve, or he talked to you a way that you didn't want to be talked to, or he found out he had another girlfriend. So your idea was to call the police on him, or to put him on child support. This is how you get the Day of Atonement is so you can get strength to not do those things. All right, and the Lord looks at it like, okay, I'm gonna give her another chance because she has been learning to fight against her sin. Right, so to the Lord, that is the way how you get clean, and it's good for the white man will say all the other stuff of how it's good for your immune system and it's good for your metabolism and so forth and so forth. But the point is to get right with the Lord. You see what I'm saying? The point is to know how the poor man feels. He be begging for $1 at the gas station. Just can I get some change, please? You over there, get a job. Now you know how he feels when he can't get no food because the system was against him in the devil's land, man, in the sinful kingdom, which you are happier that you're better than him in. Anyways, all right, Nayarasha, right, from the word Yarash, Nayarasha, from the word Yarash, which means to possess, right? Let's get some more before we go. Kagalgala, right? You've seen this a couple times in prayers. Kagalgala, right? Where it's gala, right? Kagalgala, gala, right? Gala is a wheel. Gala, right? Kagalgala, right? Kagalgala, right? Good. This one right here is the wind. It's rawak, right? Some people say rakah because we look at it in Hebrew. It got the same spelling. This word is not spirit. The scripture doesn't say spirit in here, right? But this one is talking about the wind, right? So Wind is rawak, spirit is rakah. Right? Ka'ash, ka is like or as, ash is fire. Sabaya, we'll say ka'ash, sabaya yaira, right? Tha is will, ba'ira is burn. All right? Ba'ira is burn. Yaira is woods. All right? Woods or the forest. All right? Wakalahaba, where the word is lahaba, right? Lahaba is a flame, right? Wakalahaba, wa is and, ka is like, lahaba is flame, right? Salahat, sa is will in the future or future tense, right? Lahat means another way is a blaze or to set on fire, right? So the different ways of saying burn and flame and fire, right? And Haharium, where Har is the word for mountain. All right. Khan is so here, but we know that Khan is thus. All right. Tharadapma. We say Tharadapma. It's Tharadapam. Where the where we say Tharadapma, right? But we say Tharadapma, right?
Khan Tharadapma.
Right, but we should be saying Tharadapam because it says to pursue them. Right? So the Madi is to say short hum.
Right.
Right? Tharadapam. Tharadapam. Right? Where radap means to pursue or to chase somebody, right? Basiraka, your tempest. Tempest is a hurricane. All right, so Syra, Basiraka, Basiraka, right? Right, where Syra is to say a hurricane. Syra, right? And the ka, we know that's your, ka is your, right? Wabasawa Pasca, right? Wa is and, ba is in. Wabasawa Sawapath or Sawapa, storm. Storm, all right? Sawapath, and then Sawapath would be storms, ka would be the your again, right? To frighten them, Sabahalam. Sabahalam. Same way I was Sabahalam and not Sabahalama. You mean?
Right.
Sabahalam. No, it's supposed to be Sabahalam because it's to say them, frighten them.
Right.
Where Bahal means frightened, affrighted, right? Okay. Dismayed, hastened, panicked, troubled.
Right.
All right. Bahal is troubled, right? Right. Mala'ah is to say full or fill, all right? Mala'ah is to fill. Fill my cup, Abadia. Fill it up. Mala'ah. Mala'ah is a full, all right? Fill. Right? Panyaham, that same hum and that we've been going over is them. Fill them faces. Fill their faces, right? Qualawan is shame. Shame or disgrace. From Kuala. Kuala is disgrace. Right? We know the one is to turn it into like a noun. All right? Waya Bakwashwa. We know Bakwash is a seek, like Bakwashamath. His name means to seek the truth or request the truth or something like that, right? Right? Find the truth, ask for the truth,
right.
Beseech the truth, desire the truth, right?
Wait, that's
seek.
Bakwash?
Bakwash is to seek, right? It's same or request.
Right.
Right? Requested of the truth, right? Bakwash, same as Ba Bakwasha, it's the same one. Ba Bakwasha.
Ba Bakwasha Yakan.
Right? Bakwash is the request. Right? Shamka, Sham is name, Ka is your, and the Lord's name is Yahweh. Right? Yahweh is not Hebrew. Right? It doesn't say Ahaya Sharahaya. It doesn't say Yah. And now this is Psalms.
Right.
Right? Where this is an actual prayer.
Right.
Right? Where the Lord's name is being mentioned. The other parts of Psalms is not a prayer. That's why it's so to not use the Lord's names in vain to not use the Lord's name in vain, because the Lord only got one name according to the Bible, right? The Lord's name is one, right? Shema Yesharala Alahayana Yahweh Akkad. Hero Israel, the Most High God is one. He got one name, right? His name is Yahweh. If you see Yah in there, it's because it's to not use the Lord's name in vain, where it's not a prayer, right? Right? Yabashwa, right? But bash is to say confound, right? Or bawash, right? To say confound or ashamed again, right? Where bahal we know bahal a while ago, right? Bahal was what? To frighten them, to scare them, right? And to be what? Dismayed. And he dismayed him. Let they be confounded. He confound him, and he shame him or dismay him. All right? Ide means until. Until. Right? Ide, that's a way of how we say forever.
Right.
Right?
Wait, ide is forever?
Ide is until.
Okay.
And it, you know how to say it, right?
It would be Yah. Depending
there
on
you go.
Yah,
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is always he, right? So it. Until.
Until.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what I mean? I hope they get it till, just till, man. You know, how we say it? We got way, how we say in New York. We got way, we say stuff like, yo, it's been a minute. There's a way that we say, like, yo, I've been in here. I've been here. Right? Yeah, dumb long or been here. I've been here. Whatever. If I say I've been here and then someone says I've been here, what does that mean? It means someone's been here longer than the other one. Right? Until forever.
I thought Awalam was forever.
Awalam is world. Right? Awalam. Right? Awalam is world of society. Right? So Awalam until societies. Meaning one time we was in Egypt. When we were in Egypt, the societies to come that we will be in will be the Assyrian captivity and the Persian captivity and the Greek captivity. Right? So until society meaning forever. And then the American captivity. All right? So all the societies are gonna come to pass. Meaning, in other words, it's forever. Waya Kaparwa. Right? Kaparwa means to, what does it say here? Put the shame again, all right? So we get different ways of saying shame. Waya Apadwa, and to perish. Where the perish is not death, with apad, right? Apad, right? Where death will be math or mawath. This one is apad, to say perish. All right, is that the end? Oh, that's not, it's one more, right? Right, one more. That he may know, Yadai is to know, Dai is to know, right? Kaya, we went over that already. Kaya is 4. They put that here, but it's 4 because they're trying to make it into English, proper English, right? Atha is you, we know that from Yahweh Shabbat. Atha, right? Is you. Shamka, Sham is name, Ka is your. Yahweh is the Lord's name. Labad, we went over Bad earlier. Bad is part, right? Part, right? Part. Here we say alone. To part you, meaning make you alone. It's how you say alone. To part you, you've been parted, right? Isle one, right? Isle is over. They turn isle into a noun, meaning he's the most over. All right. Isle one, isle, right? Isle is over again, and then over what? Over all. Kal is all, right? Ha arataza, ha is the. Arataza is the earth, right? Arataza the earth. Arsareth is the earth. Earth comes from Arsareth. Arsareth comes from Arataza, right? Arataza is earth, right? And with that, I pass the class for Officer of 1,000 in our body right here.
Right.
Done.
All right, we have the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We've been on these streets. I started out of 1 West 125th Street. Harlem, New York, rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they're off limits. For 6 months, they are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months where the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is the commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocation, which would be next Monday. That's the beginning of the Feast of Booths, or the Feast of Tabernacle. Check the bulletin board for any upcoming events. Anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. And with that, we say Imagine. Individual, you're going to give one courteous salute. Individual, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
All right, so I see Angela whispers. All right, what's going on here? All right, Shabbat is all lot. All right, no sweat. All right, Tiara, Dorothy, Chris Burrito, Lashawan, Yash. All right, Shalom, y'all. All right.
What the hell? Shucks.